So right now, oh shit, I gotta plug in my shit. So right now, I am living with my cousin, who is my mom's niece, and also my mom. I don't want to be, but right now, I don't necessarily have any other option. It hasn't been a day. It's just overnight. I didn't spend the holiday with them. I am grateful for that. No shade, or maybe all the shade. I worked during the holiday. That felt more appropriate. But I've been sitting here writing out at least my next week, planning my next week, as well as my new budget being unhoused. And what I mean by unhoused is I no longer have my own place to stay. I don't know what I'm trying not to cuss as much. I'm trying not to cuss as much. Let me start with this. So I have that I'm working. I was off today. Usually I work Saturday mornings, but because I was out of town working, they gave me today off, this Saturday off. But I do work tomorrow and then the next 2 days after that. Probably three because we just don't have my schedule for Wednesday when it starts. Now, what I'm trying to get at is despite not having full rent to pay, and I no longer have my car. That's gone. I got to figure out what to do about that. Honestly, if I'm still responsible for a car payment, I'm just going to claim bankruptcy because I don't have the funds to pay for a damn car that I'm not driving. But with the storage bill, my cell phone bill, I want to keep my life insurance, my gun owner's insurance. I've had that for a while, like almost a decade. And then I have to pay for food, paying for rides, and I have like a small, well, it's not small, but I pay for Netflix, Paramount, Hulu, Spotify, and YouTube Prime. And I want to keep those because not only do I want it, but I have teenagers, okay? They're going to need it too. I think. I think. And all of that is going to cost $1,450. That's not even including rent. That's not including rent, not including the car payment, not including car insurance because that lapsed, as well as not including beauty maintenance, any other type of socializing. So I have like the entertainment down, but any other type of socializing or paying off any debt or any unexpected expenses or emergencies. Now, I only work at a breakfast restaurant, which means I only work early mornings and then into the afternoon. My plan is to get another part time job. I usually do that anyways, but I don't think I want it to be another restaurant job because it's going to wear me out. I already end up being exhausted after work, anyways. But if I manage to get something that I'm able to work part time, which most places want you available full time and either expect you not to work anywhere else or don't want you to. And it's like, this is my business, this is my life. If I show up on time and I do my job, you don't need to worry about what I'm doing after this. But my projected earnings at one job, if I am able to work at least 4 days a week, because right now with the job that I have, Most of us are only getting maybe 3 or 4 days a week, barely five. Then with taxes, because now being a server and bartender, most places, because people use credit cards to pay for things, most places they keep your credit card tips instead of giving them to you at the end of the night, they put them on your check. And your check is taxed. And mine is taxed heavily because despite having dependents, I prefer to get whatever on my income tax if I don't owe anything. And I haven't owed anything federal, but I have owed things for state. And the state will take that shit ASAP. They don't care. They don't care. They won't let it. They won't put it in your account and then take it back. They're just like, no, 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 boo. We got this. You don't need to worry about it. But my projected earnings, let's say with 4 days a week, and I earn maybe about $200 a day. Sometimes, oftentimes, I earn more, but I'm just going to stay with $200 a day. So out of $800, and then they're taxing me maybe 20%. So that's what, 160. I just said roughly about 625 a week on average because it could be I could earn more or earn less. But $200 a day, 4 times a week, that's about $800. I could earn more, I could earn less, but on average, maybe 625 a week. That'll be about 2.5K a month, which is crazy because before my rent was $1,300, but I had two jobs at the time, but that was killing me. I had it for what? For 5, 6 months, and that wore me the hell out. But I was able to pay rent, pay my car note, pay all my insurance and my bills, and have a little bit left over. And I could at least send my kids to the movies or somewhere to have fun. They're teenagers now, so they don't necessarily need my attention, but they would ask. I'm surprised that, well, I don't want to say surprised, but it is heartwarming that my kids are still like, well, mom, we haven't done anything as a family in a while. And it was just like, I'm tired. I don't have the time, but I have the money. And if I did have the time, I wouldn't have the money, babies. But here, so let me drop y'all off. But anyways, out the projected earnings is 2,500. Now that's if I earn that now because it can change. Because as a server, you work off of people's generosity. And I'm doing all these other bills. So from storage, phone, Netflix, Paramount, Hulu, Planet Fitness, and then the Fuel Fitness. I have two different gym memberships. One because Planet Fitness is 24 hours, and then Fuel Fitness for myself and my teenage son who plays basketball. They have a basketball court and they have a dance studio. That's two things that Planet Fitness doesn't have, and I want those two things. And then my life insurance for all three of us, gun insurance, YouTube Premium, and then I have the streaming services, Spotify, Prime. That is 725. And then for food and rides, I just took 725 and divided it in between the two, food being the primary thing. So I said about $500 a month for food, rides 225, and that's lowballing it. But 1450, so about $1,500 a month. If I'm able to save $1,000 a month for the next 6 months, and by tax time, whatever I get back and I'm able to hold on to it, maybe I'll be able to get me somewhere to stay. I don't know because I still have to call, if not my insurance company, the insurance company of the people who hit me and see what's up with that. If I'm able, to get some sort of, if I'm not able to get some sort of compensation, how are y'all going to resolve this somehow? And then I have to get on the phone with the bank for my car, the people, that I had took this auto loan out with, to see one if they're going to go ahead and just kind of relinquish my responsibility for those payments. If not, bankruptcy it is. I mean, F that. I'm not in the mood for this shit. That's my plan. That's my plan. It will. It's stressing me out talking about it out loud. Like when I'm able to just see the numbers, it's like, okay, boom, I can do that. But then talking about it out loud, because I'm like, beauty maintenance, I can do myself because I just can. I'm a black woman. I've been doing my own makeup and hair since I was a wee tot, a legit, as people say. That's something I'm grateful for as a black woman. Nobody knows my own beauty but me. But anyways, but socializing, shit, I socialize at work enough. Paying off debt, it won't happen no time soon, i.e. that car. And then emergencies. God, I hope I don't have to deal with an emergency or unexpected expense between now and whenever. And I have so much other stuff planned, like, ugh. Anyways, so this is at least the beginning part of my plan. I created a budget. I wrote down my projected earnings. I subtracted one from the other. And I guess that's just what I'm gonna have to go with. It's nothing too deep right now, just my personal problems. Bye.